Hello and welcome back to another video on Respect and to another edition of NXT Out of 10. And it's a big show today, first WWE show since Christmas. Hope you all had a big merry Christmas. Good time. And yeah, we've got a lot on this show. North American title main event too. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. And JD McDonald and the Creed brothers kicked off NXT, and we headed for the opening match straight away, which was Julius versus JD. McDonald took control in the match early on and sent Julius into the ring post outside before locking the hold. In the ring, Julius then managed to lift him up and drop him to break the hold before hitting a backbreaker. JD then got a Spanish fly before taking a German suplex. Julius then ate a brainbuster before McDonough missed the moonsault from the top rope. Julius then got a big stand before taking JD down with a sliding elbow for the W. I have to say I was kind of surprised by this result, to be honest. I thought JD would win this, but Julius singles room incoming potentially. Definitely a big win if that is the case. Definitely gave him some big momentum. Fun match as well. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. In the share, we're out next and told the Creeds to prove they were healthy and ready for the match at New Year's Eve, which is going to be a great one. We then moved on to our Wendy Chu versus Cora Jade. Chu then ran out and attacked Jade before the match even started. Jade tried to fight back with Kendra Strip, but missed before we hit the start of the match. Cora then got an early near fall off a double stomp before taking a big powerbomb. Chu hit a belly-to-belly suplex and a handstand elbow in the corner before getting a nap drop for a near fall. Jade then hit a modified Sister Abigail before Chu nearly rolled her up. Chu then followed out with a slam and a reverse fade bomb for Paul picking up the victory. Another surprise win for me here, but good babyface win, good way to end the feud off, and I guess I'll do that separate things now. Get 6 out of 10 from me. Decent enough match here too. Josh Briggs were hyping Fallon Henry up before her match for her bar against Kiana James. While Brooks Jensen was busy putting on the shirt he was gifted by James. It is then time for Esteban Giro versus Scripps. Scripps leads into the ring out of nowhere and starts off the match. Giro then got some big moves before Scripps stole his jacket to torn him. Scripps then got a near fall off a leg sweep before Giro took him down with a back body drop. Scripps then hit corkscrew crossbody before going for a standing shooting star press. Giro dodged the dive before sending Scripps into the corner, but missed the suplex. Scripps then sent Giro down before getting a dive and picked up the win. This gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I love Command Giro, but Scripps Reggie kind of had to get the win here, didn't he? To make sense for his character. It's a solid enough match. So on the whole, get 6 out of 10. Pretty much solid job here. Did what he needed to do. It was then time for Lash Legend versus Lyra Valkyria. Legend was in control early on and sent Lyra outside before beating her down on the apron. Back in the ring, Valkyria got some kicks, took a massive backbreaker. Lyra came back with a clothesline before reversing a big move into a DDT takedown. Valkyria got a big roundhouse. And followed that with a dive from the top before picking up the victory. Gets a 5 out of 10 from me. To be honest, didn't think the two matches were good for Valkyria, obviously get the win. Kind of just felt there. Not too many consequences before we, what we got before. It kind of just felt more consequential, to be honest. But anyway, Toxic Attraction were backstage and said that they will restore 4-week glory to its group by taking down Roxanne. Obviously going to be interesting to see what they do without Mandy there. But backstage, Grayson Waller had a video promo for Bron Breakker talking about bringing his NXT Championship home to his hometown of Sydney after beating Breakker. It was then time for the Schism, Mallet Blade and Idri Kanopi versus Odyssey Jones. Joe Gacy and the Blade kicked off the match and latter got an early takedown before being isolated by the Schism in their corner. Fowler tagged in and got a big suplex on Idris before taking a big drop kick. Jones came in and cleared the ring before getting a big assisted dive with Blade. Back after a break on NXT, Ava Rain taunted the commentators while Jones was dominating in ring. Jones then took the Schism out with a double sidewalk slam before an Navy came in with a dive. The Schism managed to take things down and Jones after a bunch of dive before Gacy snuck in the tag. The Schism took Blade and an Navy down with a double doomsday and picked up the W. Gets 6 out of 10 from me. Didn't really feel too much of a match on this, but obviously Schism getting a win here makes sense. It's always going to be a heel win, and kind of did the job it needs to do, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, it was Fallon Henry versus Kiana James. Henry had control early and got some big throws before being dropped off the top rope with a counter. James then got a big drop before locking in a submission hold in the ring. Briggs and Jensen continued to argue at ringside since the latter was rooting for James instead of Henley. Henley managed to trick James to take her down, got a shine on Wizard and picked up the W. The family bar is safe, and it gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Enough match. I wasn't too into the story, to be honest. I'm pleased for Fallon. The family bar is safe. Isn't that great news? In general, this was a pretty solid match. And for me, I think it probably was the right winner here as well. So on the whole, it gets a 6 out of 10. from me. We then headed for Drew Gulak's invitation, and Hank Walker was entered just to observe. Gulak had 3 rookies in the ring and demonstrated some holding grapples in them. He kept saying that the holds must be broken as soon as the opponent attacks, but for the last demonstration he failed to let go until Walker got in to break the hold. Charlie Dempsey came out and said that Gulak should have a match with a real wrestler. Gulak said Dempsey wasn't invited, but he still challenged Walker to the match next week before walking off. And yeah, that'll be a fun match. Looking forward to that. But I don't know what it is with NXT and bloody wrestling schools. We seem to have them all the time. But there we go. But yeah, this stuff wasn't bad. Still into the Hank Walker stuff. Gulak in NXT. Yeah, it's great to see him on TV doing stuff. So yeah, that's good to see as well. So yeah, not a bad segment. It's in time for Wesley versus Tony D for the North American title. Tony D got a big suplex early on before Lee came back with an uppercut and sent the Don outside. Back in the ring, Wesley got a kick and a standing shooting star press before getting a suicide dive to the outside. And back after a break, Tony got a big drop on the announcer's desk outside and Lee fell on his knee, but still managed to kick out. Lee then got a DDT off counter before getting near for a powerbomb. Dijak came out and attacked Stacks on ringside, and D'Angelo was distracted before Lee came in with a running knee and took out Tony for the 3 count. And yeah, 7 out of 10 from me. Really, really fun match. Good ending. And of course, 2 of the best wrestlers in NXT for me. It was a really, really fun match, of course it was. And yeah, 7 out of 10 from me. Right result. Wesley continues his good title run. So yeah, good stuff in our main event of NXT this week. And overall NXT this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Solid episode of NXT this week. I thought there was lots of stuff in the card which were really good matches. Maybe I wasn't totally sure on the booking decision, but there were also some stuff that were really good. Did the job they necessary without being too outstanding, and we got a really fun main event on top of that. So yeah, not a bad show. But anyway guys, that's it for you. Thanks very much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, don't forget to comment down below, follow this show for daily wrestling news and scores channels coming out. I greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.